श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुबर विमल यश जोधायक फल चार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देव मुहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिन्हु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केशरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगत विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियाहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम्हारो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे संकदिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित अहीशा हमको वीर दिगपाल चाहते कवि को विद कही सके कहाते तुम पुकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका नीली मुख माही जलधि लागे गई अचरज नाहि दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना अपन तेज सम्हारो आपै तीनों लोक काट भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नाशै रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे पर सीधी जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए। और देवता चित ना धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटे बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा, होई सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जयनाथ हृदय महाडेरा। पावन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप।
बोलिए श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की। Devotees, let me welcome you formally to Hanuman Jayanti celebrations here at Gyandipak. Blessings to all of you who have joined us in person, and those of you who are joining us online, who have joined us online. Blessings to all of you. Let me say a very special blessing to Panatu Maharaj, who again, as he normally does, assisted us in the performance of puja. Now, all systems are in place. I would like to get into our evening's discourse. But as is customary, we will firstly concentrate on Gajanan. Now, Bhagwan Gajanan, Ganesh Baba, he is referred to as Mangal Murti. But not by coincidence, Hanumanji is also referred to as Mangal Murti. So if you look at it from a metaphysical standpoint, Gajanan represent that state of self-restraint, wisdom, which has to come from a disciplined mind. And Hanumanji, he represents the mind principle. If the mind is brought under perfect control, Mangal Murti, the embodiment of bliss, fulfillment. So, as we tune in ourselves, we'll firstly glorify Gajanan, and then we'll focus on Pavan Putra, Bajrang Bali. Om Mahaganapati Namostute Matanga Mukha Namostute Shiva Girijasute Namostute Om Karishwar Namostute. As we have explained time and again, Mahaganapati is Brahma. Nirgun. Ganapati, Sagun Brahm. Manifest Brahm. The form, Omkar. Hanumanji, if I say that Ganesh Baba is Mangal Murti, Hanumanji is Mangal Murti, then it follows that Hanumanji is Brahm. In a sense, he is that one supreme, infinite, but in a manifest form. So as we continue to glorify when we speak of Hanuman, metaphysically he represents the mind principle, but in a sense he is that supreme, one without a second. Bajrang Bali, he is Brahm. So devotees, remember, Ek Brahm Dvitiya Naski. There is one divine, supreme. All these are manifestations of that one. So as we pray, remember the concept must be right. We don't limit the concept of Gajanan to wisdom only, or to Hanumanji or the strength only, or the mind principle only. Starting from our point of limitation, yes, but then we expand our concept that each aspect of divinity will be considered as powers within us. Really, is that infinite, one without a second. So, you are on your own journey. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. Matanga Mukha Namostute. Matanga Mukha Namostute. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. Shiva Girija Sutta Namostute. Shiva Girija Sutta Namostute. Shiva Girija Sutta Namostute. Omkarishwar Namostute. Omkarishwar Namostute. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. Matanga Mukha Namostute. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. Shiva Girija Sutta Namostute. Om Shiva Girija Sutta Namostute. Shiva Girija Sutta Namostute. Omkarishwar Namostute. Omkarishwar Namostute. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. Om Mahaganapati Namostute. गौरी गणेश उमा महेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश पार्वती नंदन सिद्धि गणेश ओ शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश ओ शरणं गणेश पार्वती नंदन सिद्धि गणेश शरणं गणेश शिवनंदन गणपति गणेश गणपति गणेश ओ गणपति गणेश गणपति गणेश बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. Now devotees, Hanuman Chalisa is very powerful and members of Gyan Deepak, they did, I'm sure at least 11 times Hanuman Chalisa, we did more, but at least 11. Now, I want to perform Hanuman Kavach. When we do Devi Puja, we did Devi Kavach, Saraswati Ma Kavach. Hanuman Kavach is very, very powerful, as the other forms of the armor that we chant. So we have fasted for Hanumanji today, we have worshipped him, and we are surrendering to him. Get your ghee close? Right. I'll tell you when it's time for it. In the meantime, take flowers, and devotees, we concentrate on Hanumanji. And as I say, every time we do Kavach, you're on your own. The most I could do is generate the energy, and it's up to you to receive it. You have to prepare yourself. Now, in between, there will be the mudras that we normally do. So I'll tell you, and you can carry out the hand movements, etc. This is identifying ourselves with Pavan Putra. So as it is right now, I want you to visualize Hanumanji in any form that you like to see him in, standing, mukda on his shoulder, one hand on his waist, carrying the mountain, bursting his chest, doing Kirtan. You decide. However you want to visualize Hanuman, the same Pavan Putra. Keep the mind fixed on him. We concentrate. Om At Panchmukh Hanuman Kavacham. Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Sri Panchavadanaaya Anjaneyaya Namaha. Om Asta Sri Panchamukh Hanumat Mantrasya. Brahma Rishi Gayatri Chandaha. Panchamukh Virat Hanuman Devta. Hrim Vijam Srim Shakti. Kraum Kilakam Krum Kavacham. Kraim Astrai Phat. Iti Digbandha. Sri Garuduvacha. Atadhyanam Pravakshyami. Shrunu Sarvanga Sundari. Yarkritam Deva Devena. Dhyanam Hanumataha Priyam. Panchavaktra Mahabhimam. Tripanchanayaryutam. Bahubhir Dashabhir Yuktam. Sarvakamartha Siddhidam. Purvam tu Vanaram Vaktram. Koti Surya Samaprabham. Dankshakaral Varanam. Bhrukati Kutulikshanam. Asyaiva Dakshinam Vaktram. Narasingham Maharbhutam. Archura Teju Bapusham. Bhishanam Bhayanashanam. Paschimam Garudam Vaktram. Vakratundam Mahabalam. Sarvanaga Prashamanam. Vishbhutari Krintanam. Uttarang Saukaram Vaktram. Krishnam Diptam Nabhupamam. Patala Singha Vetala. Jwar Rog Adi Krintanam. Urdhang Hayaranam Ghoram. दानवान्तकरं परं येन वक्तेन विप्रेन्द्र तारकाख्यं महासुरं जघान शरणं तत्स्यात् सर्वशत्रुहरं परं ध्यात्वा पंचमुखं रुद्रं हनुमन्तं दयानिधिं कर्घं त्रिशूलं खट्वांगं पाशम् अंकुशपर्वतं मुष्टिं कमोदकिं वृक्षं धारयन्तं कमण्डलुं भिन्दिपालं ज्ञानमुद्रां दशभिर्मुनिपङ्गवम् एतानि आयुधजालानि धारयन्तं भजाम्यहम् प्रेतसनुपविष्टं तं सर्वाभरणभूषितं दिव्यमाल्याम्बरधरं दिव्यगन्धानुलेपनं सर्वाश्चर्यमयं देवं हनुमद्विश्वतोमुखं पंचाशम् अच्युतम् अनेकविचित्रवर्णवक्त्रं शशाङ्खशिखरं कपिराजवर्यं पीताम्बरादिमुकुटैरुपशोभिताङ्गं पिङ्गाक्षमाद्यं मनिषं मनसा स्मरामि मर्कतेशमहोत्साहं सर्वशत्रुहरं परं शत्रुसंहर मां रक्ष श्रीमन्नापनम् उद्धरः। ओम हरि मरकत मरकत मंत्रमिदं पले लिखिति लिखिति वामतले यदि नश्यति नश्यति शत्रुकुलम यदि मुंचति मुंचति वामलता। Get ready to offer. Om Hari Markatai Swaha. Repeat Swaha everybody. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavadanai Purva Kapi Mukhai Sakal Shantru Sangharakaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavadanai Dakshin Mukhai Karal Vadanai Narasinghaya Sakala Bhuta Pramathanai Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavadanai Paschim Mukhai Garudananai Sakal Vishaharai Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavadanai Uttar Mukhai Adi Varahaya Sakal Sampatkarai Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavadanai Urdha Mukhai Haigrivaya Sakala Janavashankarai Swaha. Continue to concentrate on Hanumanji. Om Asasi Panchamukh Hanumat Mantra Mantarsya Sri Ramchandra Rishi Anushtup Chandha Panchamukh Veer Hanuman Devta Hanuman iti Bijam Vayuputra iti Shaktihi Anjani Sut iti Kilakam Sri Ram Dut Hanumat Prasad Siddhyarti Jape Viniyogaha iti Vishi Arikam Vinyasit. Get ready for your mudras. Om, just watch and see what I am doing. Om Anjani Sutai Angushtaya Bannaha Tam inside. Om Rudra Murte Tarjani Bhyam Namaha index finger and thumb. Om Vayuputraya Madhyama Bhyam Namaha middle finger joining. Om Agni Garbhaya Anamika Bhyam Namaha ring finger. Om Ram Dutaya Kanishika Bhyam Namaha. Om Panchamukh Hanumati Karatal Krapishta Bhyam Namaha. Forward hand, forward and backward. Keep the same mudra. Om Anjani Sutai Hridayaya Namaha. Touch it to the heart area. Om Rudra Murtaye Shirase Swaha to the head, to the front of the head. Om Vayuputraya Shikhaya Bhakhat, where the churki is supposed to be. Om Agni Garbhaya Kavachai Hum, both hands cross, touching both shoulders. Om Rudra, Om Ramadutaya Netatrai Bhakhat, middle finger touching the forehead, index and ring finger touching both eyes. Om Panchamukh Hanumate Astrai Phat. Om Panchamukh Hanumate Swaha iti Digbandha. Concentrate on Hanumanji. Try to hold him, the image firmly in the mind's eyes. Om Vande Vanaranara Singha Khagrat Krudashva Vaktranvitam Dibya Lankaranang Tripancha Nayanam De Dipyamanang Rucha Hastab Jairasi Kheta Pustak Sudha Kumbhang Kushadring Halam Khatwangang Panibhurham Dashabhujam Sarvari Virapaham Ata Mantraha. Om Sri Ram Dutaya Anjaneyaya Vayuputraya Mahabal Parakramaya Sita Duk Nivaranaya Lanka Dahan Karanaya Mahabal Prachandaya Phalgun Sakhaya Kolahal Sakal Brahmanda Vishwarupaya Sapta Samudra Nirlanghanaya Pingal Nayana Vikramaya Surya Bimba Phal Sevanaya Dushta Nivaranaya Drishti Nir Alankritaya Sanjivini Sanjivat Angar Lakshman Mahakapi Sain Pranadaya दशकन विध्वंसनाय रामेष्टाय महाफाल्गुन सखाय सीता सहित राम वर प्रदाय खत प्रयोगागम पंचमुख वीर हनुमत मंत्र जपे विनियोग. Get ready to offer. Om Hari Markat Markataya Bam 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 Baukat Swaha. Om Hari Markat Markataya Pam 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 Swaha. Om Hari Markat Markataya Khem 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 Maranaya Swaha. Om Hari Markat Markataya Loom 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 Akarshit Sakal Sampat Karaya Swaha. Om Hari Markat Markataya Dham 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 Shaturstambhanaya Swaha. Om Tam 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 Kura Murtaye Panchamukh Veer Hanumate Parayanta Paratant Uchatanaya Swaha. Om Kankhang Gangham Vam Cham Cham Jam Jam Yam Tam Tam Dam Dham Nam Tam Tam Dam Dham Yam Pam Pam Bam Bam Mam Yam Ram Lam Vam Sham Kham Sam Ham Lam Ksham Swaha. Iti Digbandha. Om Purva Kapi Mukhai Panchamukh Hanumate Tam 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 Sakal Shatru Sangharanaya Swaha. Om Dakshin Mukhai Panchamukh Hanumate Karala Vadanaya Narasinghaya. Om Hram Hrim Hrum Hraim Hram Hra Sakala Bhuta Preta Damnaya Swaha. Om Paschim Mukhaya Garudananaya Panchamukh Hanumate Mam 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 Sakal Visharaya Swaha. Om Uttar Mukhaya Adi Varahaya Lam 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 Narsinghaya Nilakanta Murte Panchamukh Hanumate Swaha. Om Urdha Mukhaya Haigrivaya Rum 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 Rudra Murtaye Sakala Prayojan Nirvahakaya Swaha. Om Anjani Sutaya Vayuputraya Mahabalaya Sita Shoka Nivaranaya Sri Ramchandra Kripa Padukaya Mahavira Pramathanaya Brahmanda Nathaya Kamadaya Panchamukh Veer Hanumate Swaha. Om Bhuta Pret Pisach Brahmarakshas Shakini Dakini Antariksh Graha Parayanta Pratant Uchatanaya Swaha. Om Sakal Prayojan Nirvahakaya Panchamukh Veer Hanumate Sri Ramchandra Var Prasadaya Jam 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 Swaha. Continue to concentrate on Hanumanji, surrender to him. Edam Kavacham Patit Patu Mahakavacham Pathe Naraha Ekavaram Japit Stutam Sarva Shatru Nivaranam Vivaram tu Pathe Nityam Puta Pauta Pravardhanam Trivaram Chapathe Nityam Sarva Sampatkaram Shubham Chaturvaram Pathe Nityam Sarva Roga Nivaranam Panchavaram Pathe Nityam Sarva Loka Vashankaram Khatbaram Chapathe Nityam Sarva Deva Vashankaram Shaptabaram Pathe Nityam Sarva Saubhagyadayakam Ashtabaram Pathe Nityam Ishtaka Martha Siddhidam Navabaram Pathe Nityam Raja Bhogam Avapnuyat Dashavaram Pathe Nityam Tailoki Jnana Darshanam Rudravriting Pathe Nityam Sarva Siddhir Bhavedruvam Nirbalo Roga Yuktascha Mahabhyadhiya Piditaha Kavacha Smaranenaiva Mahabal Mavapnuyat. It is Sri Sudarshan Sanghitayang Sri Ramchandra Sita Pruktam Sri Panchmukh Hanuman Kavacham Sampurnam. O Matulita Baladhamam Swarna Shaila Bhadeham Danujvan Krishanum Gyani Namagaganyam Sakal Gun Nidhanam Vandara Namdhisham Raghu Pati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami. Om Kapi Rupam Gadahastam Sarva Rakshas Mardanam Avahanam Karambiram Sarva Siddhi Pradayakam Bandhu Pavan Kumar Khalban Pavak Gyanagan Jasuhriday Agar Basihi Ram Sharcha Padhara Anjani Sunur Om Tatsa Sri Vayuputraye Namo Namaha Sri Hanumate Namaha. Boliye Sri Pavan Putra Hanuman ki. Devotees, we glorify Hanumanji. You can join me, feel free. After which we will take a discourse from Sri Ramcharitamanas. Vegi Haru Hanumana Mahaprabhu Jo Kachu Sankat Oye Hamaro Kauna Su Sankat Mora Garib ko जो तुमसे नहीं जात है तारो। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। तन में तुम्हारी शक्ति विराजे, तन में तुम्हारी शक्ति विराजे। मन भक्ति से भीना, तन में तुम्हारी शक्ति विराजे। मन भक्ति से भीना, जो जन तुम्हारी शरण में आए, जो जन तुम्हारी शरण में आए। दुख दरिद्र हर लीना हनुमत, दुख दरिद्र हर लीना। महावीर प्रभु हम दुखियन के, महावीर प्रभु हम दुखियन के। तुम हो गरीब निवाज हनुमत, तुम हो गरीब निवाज हनुमत। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। राम लखन ही तुम पर, राम लखन ही तुम पर। सदा रहे हर्षाए, राम लखन ही तुम पर। सदा रहे हर्षाए। हृदय चीर के राम सिया का, हृदय चीर के राम सिया का। दर्शन दिया कराए हनुमत, दर्शन दिया कराए। दो कर जोड़ अरज हनुमंता, दो कर जोड़ अरज हनुमंता। कहियो प्रभु से आज हनुमत, कहियो प्रभु से आज हनुमत। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। बोलिए श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की। Now devotees, I'm going to just break away from tradition a little bit. Normally, when a night like tonight, we read of how Hanumanji was born. Now, we have heard this katha many, many times. And I want to just take another episode that will show us the power of Pawan Putra. And of course, a lot of relevant lessons for us as we go through life. Now, our katha begins in Lanka. So we are in Lanka Kand. The battle was going very badly for Ravan. And why not? He was an enemy of the Lord. And once we don't have the divinity on our side, we sink. Ravan lost all his brothers. Well, Bibhishan was kicked out of Lanka. Kumkaran was killed. And Ravan's sons all died. Ravan was left alone. He disregarded a lot of wonderful advice given to him by his consort Mandodari, by, other senior people, even Vibhishan. He was very egoistic, self-centered. He listened to no one. Now he found himself in a predicament. Who to help me? Who can I turn to? Ravan remembered that many, many years before, he had a son who was born all wrapped up in snakes. The baby was born all wrapped up in snakes. And he was advised that this is a bad sign. Abandon this baby. So Ravan decided to do so. And it's not only now they're abandoning babies now. But notice who does it. The kind of people do it. Ravan devotees abandoned that baby. That baby was called Sap Ravan. Snake, all wrapping up that body. But later on he came to be called Ahi Ravan. Ahi Ravan was found by the denizens of the lower region, we say Patal. And they were not scared of bad sign or whatever. They brought up that child, who became very, very powerful. And actually, he became the king of the lower region, Patal. Now, Ahi Ravan performed great devotions to Devi. The worship of Devi, Adi Shakti. And we shall understand a little bit the kind of worship he did. Devi was very pleased with him after some intense austerities, and she appeared and said, "Oh, Ahi Ravan, ask what do you want?" Ravan said, "Oh, mother, I don't lack anything at all. I am the king of the lower region. I have everything. But there is one thing I want to ask for. Ravan," and he didn't say father, because his father abandoned him. So the question is always asked, who is the father? The biological one or the one who brings you up? And the scriptures tell us that the one who brings us up. He is the real father, not the biological one. He helps us to come to the world, but he disappears. So fathers understand that. Yeah. So Ravan was not considered by Ahi Ravan as his father. But he said, "Ma, there's one thing I want. That one day to come, Ravan must humble himself, join both hands together and beg me for help." That was the revenge he was seeking. Devi Ma said, "Tathastu, so shall it be." So that Bardhan was given to Ahi Ravan. Ravan now remembered in times of distress, when everything else failed, he had a son. He is considering that to be a son. That son is not considering him to be a father. Anyway, Ahi Ravan asked for a Bardhan. The time came. Ravan devotees was very distressed. And to whom should I turn except Ahi Ravan? So then what he did. He had a power also. Ravan was wicked and so on, but he was very powerful. There's something we call Akarshan mantra. Special mantra that, that vibration could pull you from wherever you are. Now, I don't know it, so don't ask me. Right? I can make you appear anytime I want to see, I can bring you. Not me. I just do the statement, I. Ravan performed that mantra. And Ahi Ravan get that vibration that Ravan was calling him. And Ahi Ravan appeared before Ravan and said, "Oh Ravan," imagine your own son calling you by your name. But that is common in today's world too, If they call you by name, they call you old man. Yeah? "Oh Ahi Ravan, oh Ravan, you have called me. Why have you called me?" And as JV promised Ahi Ravan, Ravan joined both hands together and said, "Oh Ahi Ravan, I want you to help me." Now don't get confused with Ahi Ravan and Ravan. Ravan is Ravan. And Ahi Ravan, the son, let's see. So devotees, revenge. Ravan had to, humble himself and ask Ahi Ravan for help. Ahi Ravan said, "Oh Ravan, I'll help you. Now during the course of the night, oh Ravan, if you see the sky brilliantly lit up, you will know that I have abducted." That a big word? A word we could understand. I have kidnapped Sri Ram and Lakshman. And we know kidnapping. That's that long time. So Ahi Ravan said, "I will abduct Sri Ram and Lakshman. If you see the sky brilliantly lit up, just know I have abducted Sri Ram and Lakshman. Then you can make your move, attack, so to speak." Devotees, Ahi Ravan went back to his respective abode. So Ravan waiting. And that night, devotees, when the camps would retire, Sri Ram and Lakshman would be sleeping in a particular cave. And Hanumanji would be on guard. So no one can enter. When there's a battle on, you have to be forever alert, mental alacrity, awareness. Because tricks can take place very easily. Both camps retired. On this particular night, Hanumanji on guard outside this cave where Sri Ram and Lakshman entered and to rest for the night. Devotees, during the course of the night, the sky very mysteriously, brilliantly lit up. And Ravan was the only one, according to the story, to know, Sri Ram and Lakshman have been abducted. Now Hanuman on guard, bear that in mind, right? Nobody could enter. Nobody could come out without Hanumanji knowing. For he's not the kind of guard who will sleep away when on guard. All constantly, vigilant. Devotees, normal time, Sri Ram would appear every morning around Muhurt, 3:30, 4, 4:30. This particular morning, Sri Ram is not coming out. And to shorten it, almost daybreak, and no Sri Ram and Lakshman. Something is wrong. Where were they? They don't sleep so late. Devotees, when search was made, they couldn't find them. No Sri Ram, no Lakshman. They mysteriously disappeared into thin air, as we say. Now, Hanuman was the one responsible. Now, you remember, Hanuman is on guard. So he was the one who was asked, "Hanuman, did Sri Ram and Lakshman come out? Did anybody go in?" Hanuman said, "As far as I know, O Sugriv, Sri Ram and Lakshman did not come out. Nobody entered into the cave." But then he said, "Wait, one person entered into the cave after Sri Ram and Lakshman retired to bed. Who was that person? Bibhishan. Bibhishan. Now devotees, who was Bibhishan? The brother of Ravan. And according to the story, he was kicked out of Lanka and Sri Ram accepted him. Was he a mole that was planted in the camp of Sri Ram? Did he betray Sri Ram? Devotees, Bibhishan was right here. When Hanuman said Bibhishan entered, he was the only one to enter. Bibhishan said, "Hanuman, Sugriv, Jamvant, I did not enter into the cave." Now notice the character or the characteristics of these individuals. Vibhishan, Sattvic Prakriti. He wouldn't lie. Hanumanji, Niruddha man, highly disciplined. He wouldn't lie. But now you have a situation. Hanuman is saying, I saw you enter. And Vibhishan is saying, I did not enter. Now if that happened in today's world, gun and cutlass and pulled in, You're lying, you're lying, you're lying. That is when people have no discipline. When they don't follow principle. They're loose. We're not talking about them now. Here a situation arose. How to solve it? How to solve it, devotees? Dialogue. Dialogue, constructive dialogue. When they began to discuss, Vibhishan wasn't doubting Hanuman. Hanuman wasn't doubting Vibhishan, but the others were there, and the element of doubt could be there. How can I remove that? Then, through discussion, Vibhishan said, Sugriv, Jamwant, Hanuman, I now know what has happened. I now know what has happened. Ahi Ravan has a bardan that he can assume my form at will. Anytime he wants to assume my form, he can assume my form. Ahi Ravan. So what happened? It is quite clear now. I did not enter. But Hanuman saw Vibhishan entering. It wasn't Vibhishan. It was Ahi Ravan in Vibhishan form who entered into the cave and abducted Sri Ram and Lakshman. You saw problem solved? But the problem was where Sri Ram and Lakshman were. What happened to them? So now they know that they have been kidnapped, abducted. And that internal squabble, if there was any, didn't take place. And if these are lessons for all of us to understand. Sometimes even in a family you have this happening. One say this, next one say that. You lie, you lie, you lie, and you start to fight. We don't have, simple discussion. Perception is a hell of a thing. You see? But when there is spirituality, you do this. When there is an absence of spirituality, we fight like animals. Attack each other. Now, it all depends on us, no? So devotees is not only in family, sometimes in organizations, even in temple, wherever have you, these things happen. People who are not developed spiritually, you create these problems. Devotees, life will always have these problems, the doubts will arise, but spirituality is the key, and of course, dialogue. Dialogue. And dialogue, this is not dialogue, it is a monologue. Dialogue, you sit, express your ideas with an open mind. And as the saying goes, we can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Now this, if you can learn that, society becomes a better place. Even the home becomes a better place. I leave that there. Hanuman devotees, look at what accountability is all about. Sugriv, Sri Ram and Lakshman disappeared on my watch. Therefore, it is my responsibility to try to find Sri Ram and Lakshman. I want everybody to listen carefully, Because many times we have a responsibility and something falls short and endless excuses. How do you expect me to do that? This happened, that happened. Very few people take responsibility, assume accountability for whatever happens under their watch. The disciplined one does that. The spiritual one does that. Right? Remember, I keep saying, don't forget, great minds reflect on principle, mediocre minds on events, undeveloped minds on people. So those who are undeveloped and unenlightened intellect, these are the ones who will blame everybody else. Blame everybody else, not take responsibility. Now, as I mentioned these things in the devotees, and I keep saying everybody on your own, right? Man lives himself by himself, man sings himself by himself. Many a times when I speak like this, some people think, I hope they hear what Guruji is saying. I hope they hear what Guruji is saying. And I say, I hope you hear what I'm saying. Everybody. Okay? They say, monkey don't see your own tail. We blame everybody else and we are most guilty of it. You have to get out of that, devotees. This will help us to overcome confusion. So, accountability. And Hanuman, highly disciplined. Nirudhaman, the disciplined mind, one-pointed or restrained, never falls victim to any nonsense. Function and principle. Understanding yourself, devotees, principle. And not conveniently. Principle holds good for all times. Hanuman took responsibility. He said, Sugriv, Jamvant, Angad, all of you, I'm going to see whatever I can to find Sri Ram and Lakshman, for they disappeared in my watch, under my watch. And they all agreed. Hanumanji devotees decided to leave. He left and he went to a certain spot to take his bearings, so to speak, under a tree. So a few chaupais, we won't have time to elaborate too much because this katha is very lengthy but very, very interesting. Devotees, Hanuman stood under this tree. They didn't say what kind of tree it was, right? So, but something happened. Yagyavalkya Muni said, Bharadwaj, listen.
गर्भिणी गृह कर बोली पति सन भय अहनहु आमिष मनुज पिय खाहु होय जिय छैन जिय पति रामचंद्र जी की जय।
On these three devotees, there were two vultures. Saurav, you know what a vulture is? Kuvu. So there were two vultures, male and female. The female vulture was in family's way. So Hanuman, under this tree, and गिर की गर्भिणी नारी गिर से बोली, हे स्वामिन, कहीं से मनुष्य का मांस लाकर मुझे खिलाओ तो मेरे जी को चैन पड़ेगा. You know, when the mothers are in this way, the wives and daughters, the family way, then they have some very, very funny kind of taste. They want to eat all kind of thing, right? And I so. If you come from Pinal and you come around where to live and you see pregnant 1:30 in the morning time, I want to eat Devi doubles. You understand that these things happen, all right? We all know that most times, sometimes they like bitter things, casa things, whatever. This female vulture, she said to her husband, now I want you to understand how Tulsidas put lessons for us to follow. Kobo, husband and wife. And let's listen to what the reaction is like. So I don't have to say that we have to be like that. Common sense will tell you that, no? So, I mean, you could be like the Kubu in this case. The female said, oh Swami, oh Master, no, so she calling the husband. If you're never free to eat human flesh, I wish I could get a piece of human flesh to eat. I'd be very, very pleased. So she had this taste. And devotees, I don't know if all know that, but the pressure has been put by the old people. We have been told if you see the wife want to eat pulori, and she get it pulori, the child is born with pulori by years. This kind of thing they frighten you with? I don't know how true it is. But here now, devotees, the wife wants to eat a piece of human flesh. But look how the plot is built up by Tulsidas. Brilliant literary piece, devotees. Yagyavalkya Muni said, Bharadwaj, what was your reaction of the male vulture?
सुवचन सुनी खगयस कहे अहि रवन राम हिव गये Dehi bali Rama, Dehi bali Devi Sujai. Amishvar Bhagan Pai. Jaya Rama Shri Rama, Jaya Rama Shri Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Rama, Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama Rama, Jaya Jaya Sita Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Tasu Vachan Sunikak Asakaheu, on having this desire expressed by his consort, he said, O beloved, Ahi Ravan, Ramahi le gayu. Ahi Ravan has kidnapped Sri Rama and Lakshman. So Hanuman is hearing this. Dehi Bali Devi So Jai. Today or shortly, he is going to offer them as human sacrifice to Devi. So Hanuman getting the whole story now. Ahi Ravan, Vibhishan was right. Ahi Ravan abducted Sri Rama and Lakshman. And what he is going to do with them? Offer them as human sacrifices to Devi. Now devotees, I won't elaborate too much now, but plenty of people know what happens in Devi worship. If you say Kali, one goat and hog and thing, them offering, this is what they practiced in the lower regions. So he's saying, so Amishvar Bhagan Pai. If I get a piece of Sri Ram's flesh, that is a delicacy. So, oh, my beloved, I'll do everything possible. I'm not talking for nothing. I think this is inherent in the statement, is the responsibility of the husbands. I will do everything possible to make sure you get a piece of that Sri Ram's flesh. Oh, beloved. So saying, he consoled his consort and he decided that he will go. But Hanumanji didn't want to hear anything more. He knew now where he needed to go. Where? Ahi Ravan kingdom, Patal. And so devotees, like an arrow from the bow of Sri Ram, wherever Hanuman would go, Pradishinagar kiji sevakaja, Hriday rakhi kushalpur raja. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Hanumanji devotees took a plunge, as we say, and he reached to the gateway to the lower regions, Patal. There he saw standing Dwarpal Makardhwaj Kisha, a very powerful looking monkey, whose name was Makardhwaj. And this monkey was looking very fearsome, you know. Like he's angry, as if, what is Hanuman doing here? Hanuman paying no attention. His mind on Sri Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, 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 Jai Ram. Devotees, Hanuman attempting to bypass this powerful looking monkey. And let's put his name one time, Makardhwaj. Makardhwaj. This monkey looking just like Hanuman. But Hanuman paid no attention because his mind on duty. Obstacles are what we see when we take our eyes off our goals. Hanuman's mind on finding Sri Ram and Sita. Sorry, Sri Ram and Lakshman. So not paying mind to this person on guard, but he was put to guard, not to allow anybody to enter. So Hanuman attempted to bypass Makardhwaj. And then Makardhwaj became enraged. He said, Arey, mujhe tiraskar karke kahan jata hai? You are bypassing me and going. Where are you going? Like, like the moth flying into the flame. Deepahi jimit na patang dorahi. Janesi mohi na marut suda balak. Don't you know that I am the son of Hanuman? Swami Bhakta Bhanjan Mukha Kalak. I am devoted to my master. Who was the master? Ahi Ravan. Yeah? And even in the face of death, I'm not going to waver. I'm not going to compromise my responsibilities, my duties. Now, devotees, imagine you're going somewhere and a fellow telling you, but I'm your son, I'm your son. Many people may say, perhaps, must be, because how people live. But when Hanuman heard that, Hanuman devotee was taken aback. Sunat bachan Hanuman, bolat bhe vismay vivasha, are moodh agyan, more sut sapane hu nahi. When Hanuman heard that, devotees, he became enraged, taken aback. He said, Hey, Mur Agyani, oh you foolish one, you ignorant one. Even in dream I never had a son. Even in dream I never had a son. Kahat bachan shat sanjut khori, kam vivash kab bhaimati mori. Saying such a thing, you foolish one, putting such a blame upon me. You have no shame? At what point in time did lust come into my mind so that I can procreate, have a son? Now Hanuman, Bal Brahmachari, he'll have a life of eternal celibacy. So how you will have a son? How could he have a son? He's saying such a thing, you have no shame, putting such a blame upon me? Kei prakar te mama sutta bhayu. Now, again, he wouldn't say that just like that. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You have to have a reason. This person can't come just so and say, I'm the son of Hanuman. I don't know if you recognize Hanuman, but he's saying, I am the son of Hanuman. That is your commendation, maybe. So then Hanumanji is saying such things shamelessly. Tell me then, Nishutpati Mosan Kinakahu, how come you are my son? If never in dream lust came to my mind to procreate, tell me how come you are my son? Fair question. Clarify those. Notice dialogue again. There's other fight same time. Dialogue again. Constructive dialogue. Devotees, when Makardhwaj heard these words of Hanuman, he said to Hanumanji, Oh father. No, he called Hanuman father. And Ahi Ravan wouldn't call you father. Notice the difference? Different circumstances. He said, Oh father, I want you to remember when you burned Lanka. So many of us would hear this katha where Hanumanji went to Lanka and they tied his tail and they lit the fire and Hanuman burned Lanka. So here, Makardhwaj is referring to that. He said, when Lanka was burnt, after he burned Lanka, what happened?
जब आयु चली उदधि समीप बहेउ स्वाद तब तनु कपिदीप सो प्रस्वेद सागर मह गयु पियउ मीनक तेहि ते नहीं भयउ यही प्रकार मैं तब सुतता गोपहु नहीं निज पिता न माता अहि रावण सेवया मैं करहूँ राखे द्वार कबहु न तरहूँ जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय सिया राम 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 जय हनुमान.
Oh Father, जब आयु चली उदधि समीपा, when you burned Lanka, you went into the ocean to put out the fire and to refresh yourself. But what happened then? Bahevu sweta batanu kapi deepa. The sweat was washed off your body. Listen closely. And the young ones, listen closely to attack me after and say, what stupid are talking? The sweat was washed off of your body. So, prase sagar mahagayu, piyau mean tehite mai bhayu. A fish drank that sweat. A fish. And so, oh Father, I was born. Strange boy. A fish drink a monkey sweat and a monkey born? Now, devotees, we don't have time to elaborate. But those of you who do biology, zoology, whatever, you would know. I don't know if they will teach you this year, but from Hindu perspective, you know, procreation can take place in 4 different ways. Svedaj, Andaj, Pindaj, and Udbhij. You can, you know, perpetuate a species, so to speak. Svedaj, sweat. One is sweat. And you know, many of us, this happens to us. One very common example, lice in your head. Those who are here. Lice, sweat is one of the factors necessary for, to perpetuate that species. Sweat. Svedaj, Andaj, egg and so on. Pindaj and Udbhij, like plants, cuttings and so on. You perpetuate these species. So these are the 4 kind of ways. Hinduism have ever since been aware of these things. So when we say all these things in devotees, just understand, sweat born. That is one of the factors, sweat. Now, concepts. A fish, drink sweat, forget about that. But here, a monkey was born. Interspecies coming together. Now, devotees, many may not know. There are many experiments being carried on right now to put different species together and see what you're going to get the product. They won't publicize those things, you know. But that is possible. And if you check quite a few, in our scriptures, this one mixed with that one and that one was born. Different species intermingling. All right? Intermingling. So that's another point. And then devotees, you know, I'm sure somebody will remember, maybe the older people, long time when somebody have a baby, sometimes the baby born and say he's a monkey. Some people resemble monkey. You can't say, you know, but they say it is devotees, certain things could take place while within the mother's womb. Yeah. What is the word they use for it? There's a word that slipped in my mind. America, when the baby developing, but things happen to it. The word is slipped in my mind. I'll try to remember it before long. But it happens that where it's not the normal trend where the human being is created, but something otherwise. Now, all that is documented. It just slipped my mind, this word. Yeah, devotee is a very, very important word. Yeah. Now, what I'm putting to you here is that simple in story form, the scriptures have encoded certain secrets, if not already established, but they are being worked upon. And this is the field of zoology, biology, procreation. Crossbreeding, that's one word that, they practice right now. And I still can't remember the word when things change within the human body, whatever it is. Devotees, so what I'm saying is that, the concepts you have to look at here, what is documented in scriptures. Right? It's not so much a fish drink the sweat and a monkey born, but the different concepts put here together for all understanding. And I think that we need to be very proud as Sanatans to know that our scriptures, the sages have tapped into all this before already. We spoke of cloning, right? All those things, not new concepts. Anyway, we can't take time worrying about all that. So devotees, when Hanuman was told by this, by Makardhwaj, the fish drink the sweat, and so I was born. I know, Father, my mother she didn't hide anything from me. She told me the truth. So in this way, I am your son, sweat born. But then he said, oh Father, I am serving Ahi Ravan, and I'm not going to move from here. Now, the point come, that Hanuman is father. So Hanuman, father pull one, oh beta, move one side. Ahi Ravan, Makardhwaj said, Father, no matter what, I'm not going to move from here. I'm serving my master Ahi Ravan. Unfortunately, both of them have different masters. I'm not going to move. Devotees Hanumanji, when he heard what was said, did he agree?
बचन हनुमान कही पुनि पूछ ही सब बात। सत्य बचन हनुमान कही पुनि पूछ ही सब बात। राम पुनि पूछी सब बात। लावा लक्ष्मण राम कह काह करत सोता कसिया। पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम।
Hanumanji agreed. He agreed. Yes, what you're saying is true. Makardhwaj beta, correct. But he said, but I just want to ask you something. Now, he not asking him to move. I want to ask you information. You know, Sri Ram and Lakshmana have been abducted by Ahi Ravan. Where are they? And what is he going to do to Sri Ram and Lakshmana? Please tell me that. Please tell me. Indicate to me the spot where they have been taken. So now Hanumanji, devotee, made this request. Now that is not wrong. He not tell him to move and don't do your duty. Just tell me now you could talk. He said, oh Father, Sitapati, Sri Ram, and that, what do you call him, Panipati, that is Lakshman, they have been abducted by Ahi Ravan. And today, Ho karata home tehi karan aju. Today they're going to be offered as human sacrifice. To who? Devi. Oh Father, whatever I have heard, I'm telling you. But I'm telling you the truth, I'm not going to move from here. I'm talking, I'm giving you information, but I'm not going to move. Now devotees, Hanuman confirmed what was going to happen with Sri Ram and Lakshman. And so, what he did, pushed Makardhwaj one side and attempted to enter. Makardhwaj put to guard, don't allow anybody to enter. No father, no brother, nobody to enter. Makardhwaj devotee became angry and dealt Hanuman a blow. And both of them started to fight. Hanumanji, Jai Sri Ram. Makardhwaj, I don't know if he's saying Jai Ravan or he's saying, but no, he might say Jai Hanuman, calling upon his father. Jai Hanuman. And devotees, father and son fighting. And just to clarify this, many people say, how that could happen? This is where you see principle is important. Both of them are on the point of duty. Makardhwaj serving his master Ahi Ravan. If he had allowed Hanuman to enter without trying to stop him, that is adharmic, unrighteous. You have to understand what dharma is. This is why people can't understand dharma. Right? And if Hanumanji didn't make that effort to overpower Makardhwaj and enter, he will also be failing in his dharma. Where dharma is concerned, they're not fighting for property and things, no. They're fighting on the point of duty. And this is difficult for people to understand. This is why we go through all the problems in life. Because when we think we're doing duty, you're emotionally overpowered, not principle. To live by principle is very hard, but success always comes. So devotees, this fight went on for a while. Makardhwaj not at fault, neither Hanumanji. Both of them, no vindictiveness in the mind, but on the point of duty, fighting each other. And get this, understand this point in devotees. I keep saying it's a hard point for people to understand. Right? They will say father and son fighting. Duty. Understand what duty is. This is dharma. Righteousness. Alright? No emotion. And if it was otherwise, other circumstance, it may have been different. But when you're in duty, don't compromise. You compromise, it's to your detriment. And what goes wrong comes wrong. You'll be caught up in it. You must pay the penalty for it. Every one of us, without exception. Don't play games. Don't play games. Must be caught up. We must get caught up in it. Reactions come. So devotees, these two of them were fighting, and bear in mind what I'm saying. As the fight continued, difficult to see who was stronger. But who was more experienced? The old man. Hanuman was much more experienced, and at some point, he caught up Makardhwaj and tapped Makardhwaj with his own tail. And said, Beta, good fight, relax. He didn't kill him, put him there. You know, devotees? So you see, experience in life too is a hell of a thing, we keep saying. You know, you have plenty of pretenders to the throne, right? You have young fellas full of energy and they're always gunning for the older fella. Energy is not all. I like to give a little, analogy. There was once a wrestling guru. It wasn't me, I'm a karate guru. A wrestling guru, devotees, not karate, jiu-jitsu. I could break a few bones. Now devotees, there was a young fella, very good. And the guru taught him real different, how to, the hold, the locks, how to break it, etc. 350 different holds the guru knew. Right? And he told the young man, now with the passing of time, people who took fire, hey, test your guru na boy. Challenge him na boy. You see this Abhiman? Kill people and they don't even realize it. In the beginning he said, no, I'm a guru. Then he said, no, I shouldn't do that. No, I mustn't do that. He's changing going easy. Yeah? They're choking him. Rather than try to tell him, respect your guru and learn more. Try to attack him. Devotee said, one day he said, Guru, it's not me, no, but the people, no, they tell me to challenge you. Because how I going to know how good I am until I challenge you? But you think the Guru doesn't know? Will he experience the Abhiman in the young boy mind? Devotees, no problem, let me fight. Because if the Guru doesn't fight, the people will say, what's the Guru for him? If for the Chela. People talk. I don't know how all others talk. Huh? Don't feel like you don't know? All right. And not in a bad mood, I'm laughing and saying it. So devotees, the fight started, everybody around, and majority of them, they're rooting for the young fella. They're glad to see the Guru cut it. Yep. Then 349 different holes. The Guru, holy fella, and the fella got away. The Guru was a good Guru, he taught him well. But the Guru hold back one. You remember he said that he knows 350? He taught him 349. The Guru always smart. When he get away all, build the ego some more. And then he voted the 350 what? But the Guru hold him so and lock him. Tongue hang out, the eye pop out. Shut up away. Everybody starts, oh God, Guru, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. He put him there and knocked back his eye and tongue inside his head. And then he learned a lesson. You see the experience of the older man? Nobody said me wanted to go, he has to move on. But you cannot, we mustn't put aside old people. Right? The wisdom, only years will bring that wisdom. The young one have energy, not the wisdom. Not the wisdom. Alright? Now devotees, I was once a young man too, once. And I, thinking otherwise too. Why didn't give each and let me do this, let me do that? And now I could look back and see if I had the opportunity to do it, I would have made a mess of it. Because I wasn't mature enough. Wasn't fully responsible enough. And I have told many, you work hard, you build up yourself, children, 18, 19, 20 years. Don't put $1 million business in the name, boy. You're spoiling them. They self-destruct. Because they don't have the experience yet. Anyway, I'm going in a different direction. But devotees, based upon what you see here, I give advice to suit. But sometimes people, they think, no, my chair on the front, all will fix up. Devotees, Makardhwaj was tied up with his own tail and remained there. Both of them satisfied. Makardhwaj did his part, Hanuman did his part. And so devotees, Hanuman went into Patal. So we'll just, nicely wrap it up a little bit. Here, there was a woman picking flowers. Hanuman assumed the minute form, Anima Siddhi. Hanuman Ashta Siddhi, 8 major yogic powers. We've been saying that over and over. Minute form, and he went into the basket among the flowers. So the basket will be heavier because, if a mosquito is in a basket, it won't change the weight, no? So the devotees, this woman had all the flowers and so on, and she carried into the temple. Beautiful Devi Mandir. Beautiful. Master Devi Mata Murti. They worship, they worship Ma. They carry the flowers, she carried the flowers and put the flowers here. But devotees, nice Murti and whatever, but along the side of the walls, there are barrels of what? Blood. In Devi Ma Murti, Mandir, worshipping Devi, but all the sacrifices they made, they collect blood all about, but the Murti here. And devotees, they make the prasad and thing, nice prasad. I don't know if it's left in Suhavi what they make, right? Nice prasad they make. They come to perform puja, but they offer Sri Ram and Lakshmana's human sacrifices. So devotees, when the flowers was put there, Hanuman came out and he went behind that Murti. Now, even though it was Patal and wherever else, Murtis have been consecrated. And people should never, ever disrespect the Murtis. You get strapped. These Murtis in temple have been blessed and so on. We have in Trinidad many people, other kind of people, they mash up Murti and so on. You think they're going to survive? If they're dead, they're lucky. They have to suffer. You don't disrespect the Murtis, ever. Hanumanji devotees knew that Murti was consecrated, infused with life. So he joined both hands and he said, Mata, Hanuman had a burden. Became so powerful. When he was going to swallow the sun and struck him a blow, we normally read a katana night like tonight. All the breeze stopped blowing, all the devatas came and gave burden to Hanuman. Devi Ma said, Hanuman, anything you ask me to do, I will do it. And so devotees, Hanuman joined his hands and said, Mata, I want to ask you, let me take your place today. Let me take your place today. Devi Ma said, that has to. In other words, the energy from within the Murti, no longer, it wasn't infused with that energy. Hanuman was behind. That was just a Murti. So if the Murti is not infused with life, it's just material. If it's infused with life, it has life. So devotees, puja, all them came, Hanuman behind, And then he saw everybody coming, and they bring Sri Ram and Lakshman, their hands tied behind their back. And no weapons inside the temple. You can't come with any weapons inside the temple. It's not good. So I have all the weapons outside. They came, devotees, and the first part of the puja, some people in Trinidad know how to do this. When they offer the animal and so on, they do normal puja first now. Offer prasad and things, then give the hug right there. Yeah. Kalima like hug. Devotees, they came forward and began to offer the prasad. Nice prasad. Hanuman devotees started to eat. Eat prasad, eat prasad. The prasad disappearing. And all those people, all these years Devi never ate the prasad. But she's very happy that we're going to offer Sri Ram and Lakshman. And they offer and Hanuman eating going. But the problem is the devotees, Hanuman very doubtful, unless. So there's a situation where Sita Mata was making roots, they say. And Hanuman sat around there, rubbing the belly. The belly wasn't so big. But rubbing the belly, Sita making from the fire, from the pot, Hanuman eating. Eating. And the more she feed, the more Hanuman eating. Hanuman belly not full in, as we say. She went to Sri Ram and said, Sri Ram, I don't know what happened to Hanuman. We can't say a spirit because spirit can't go near Hanuman. And plenty of people, when they say eating, they say spirit eating the food. Well, I never hear that, didn't? Yeah, Trinidad, boy. So devotees, and Sri Ram laughed. He said, Sita, put a tulsi leaf in the prasad. Put a tulsi? She said, no, Swami. She said, put a tulsi. Hanuman and Sita Mata went, she made the next root and put the tulsi and give Hanuman. When Hanuman eat it, he burp, belly full. Ma, don't anymore. Put tulsi. Now understand, when I started with I say with Ganesh Baba and Hanuman. Both are the same, Mangal Murti. So when people don't want to put tulsi in Ganesh Prasad, you understand what stupidness they're doing? And also the point I want to make to all of us, coming up just now, you go hear it talking about what they call it, Adhik Maas. See, don't do puja in Adhik Maas. And many of our own people ask me, Guruji, we could do puja? He said, good thing I do cuss, boy. But I had to learn. All the time we preaching, year after year. I did a katha recently, right? Where the Durgam, because of the influence, getting the Vedas, he stopped puja, stopped Havan. The priest stopped doing all that. And what was the result? Famine and drought. Man suffered. All I don't want to pray, do pray. But you know what I'm saying? Some of them say, do puja, but they go to New York and doing puja. It's 7 to 1, boy. You know why 7 to 1? And do anything all of feel to know devotees. May going to argue anything again. I'm doing puja as usual. Right? I'm doing my havan as usual. I do my yaga as usual. You don't want to do it? Each man on his own. But I'm fed up with this rubbish. Right? When people talking nonsense. They have nothing more to say and there's no proof of it. There's no evidence for that. You stop praying, what will happen to you? David Bhautik Tap. Okay? So, those are quarreling for nothing. Plain people are quarreling for nothing. Have a reason to quarrel. Okay? So, devotees, if you stop praying, that's your problem. Man lifts himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. All fix up. So, devotees, that Tulsi, Hanumanji was very pleased, very full. So, you understand? So, this year, devotees, I don't know them people put no Tulsi, were Sarin Tulsi. Hanuman eating and they overjoyed. And after everything, now devotees, Hanuman said, okay, now it's time for some exercise. If you eat only and do exercise, you know what will happen? All you know what will happen? Hanumanji devotees, behind that murti, Mugdar, then he said, Jai Shri Ram! And he jumped from behind the murti, the element of surprise. Everybody taken aback. A monkey? A monkey? Devotees Sri Ram and Lakshman were freed by Hanumanji first. He went and freed them. You know, this great disciple, devotee of Sri Ram, he ever failed? And devotees quickly, Sri Ram and Lakshman armed themselves. And in short, the battle started. All these people inside, all the weapons outside. By the time they go and get weapon devotee, they get plenty mugdar. All they gone through. And in short, They were all destroyed. Ahi Ravan was killed by Sri Ram. And that part of Patal, the lower regions, that reign came to an end. Different. And our devotees, Makardhwaj was sent for by Sri Ram. Makardhwaj, they lose him out to the tail and then bring him. And you know what? Makardhwaj became the king of Patal. Sri Ram insisted that he coronated as the king of Patal. If he was doing the wrong thing, fighting with his father, adharmic, you think he will become king? Sri Ram himself installed him as king. So devotees, because of dharma, he was elevated. And so Sri Ram and Lakshman devotees were taken back. Sri Ram and Lakshman put on the shoulders of Hanumanji and went back. And devotees, well, you know what happened. Hanumanji, the power of Hanumanji, never failed. And he never failed his master. And at the end of it all, we all know, the Ravan was destroyed. And without Hanumanji, what would have happened? What would have happened? And this is the point I want to make to all of us. Hanuman, the mind principle, a disciplined mind. What the mind can conceive can be achieved. The inner Hanuman. Right? If you don't develop the inner Hanuman, only want to worship outside, nothing wrong with worshiping outside. But the symbolic of awakening the inner Hanuman, the mind. If the mind is strong, determined, disciplined, anything can be achieved. Absolutely anything. But devotees, power of Hanuman, indescribable. But let me just wrap it up with something a little more difficult. So I won't take too long with it. Now, Makardhwaj and Patal, notice what they were doing. Animal sacrifice, blood. So there's the left-hand part and the right-hand part. I want people to follow closely what I'm saying here. And don't get mixed up. So the left-hand part, like Makardhwaj. And they say Makardhwaja, the banner of the M's, M, Makar, Makar. And they have, in the left-hand part, there are 5 M's, so to speak. Right? Now, if you can't remember all these things, no problem, but just become aware of it. So there are 5 M's, notice 5. Right? Maithun, sexual union. Matsya, fish. Madira, alcohol. They didn't say what kind of brand. Right? Alcohol. Right? There's mas, meat. And there's mudra, greens. Now the left-hand part, people follow the left-hand part, they engage themselves physically in these things. Now I'm not condemning them. The Aghoris, they perform this kind of thing. They go to the physical and they transcend the physical. So devotees, meat, alcohol, fish, grains, and sexual union. They engage physically in these things. But the objective of that is to transcend and to go beyond the tattvas. That's the left-hand side. Pancha tattva, there are 5 elements. Akash, ether. Vayu, air. Again, fire. Jal, water. And Prithvi, earth. These 5 M's, by mastering these 5 M's, and devotees don't try this thing. People get caught up in it and they end up being very lustful and whatever else. Very attractive to those people who, loose. You have to have real discipline to do this. Alright? So devotees, these 5 M's, Maithun, Akash, Matsya, fish, Vayu, earth, breathing. Yeah. Madira, alcohol, fire, again tattva. Mas, jal tattva. And mudra, prithvi tattva. When these aghoris get into the practice and different technical practices, gradually they transcend the pancha tattva. They go to higher levels. That is, if the hariko and devotees, if you think devotion hard, that part even harder. Even harder. Because many go there and they become victims. Ravan was an aghori. And these aghoris are very, very powerful. You don't skylark with them. Not to pretending. Who really had the power. As a matter of fact, sometimes when we spoke about Ram Navami, when Sri Ram, they want to have sons. Devotees in India, people who are having children, and they want a son. Now those of you who follow, you know, the chromosomes XX will give you a daughter. And XY will give you a son. Chromosomes. These Aghoris, highly qualified ones, they could interfere with the Kundalini Shakti inside of people. And what they could do, they could eat away one part of the X chromosome to get the XY. So they have sons. No invasive procedure. Kundalini. The power that they have. So those guys like with them. And I keep saying that if you don't have that strict discipline, don't play the fool and go that way, no? So devotees, there's the right hand part, which is what we do. So the very same thing we do, but you won't be stuck in it. The very same thing we do. When we offer flowers, Akash Tattva. When you offer dhoop, incense, Vayu Tattva. When you offer Arti, Agin Tattva. When you offer Prasadam, that is Jal Tattva. And when you put Chandan, that is Prithvi Tattva. This is the yogic side of it, positive, and you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So for those of you who remember when I spoke of Mansik Puja, Om Lam Prithvi Atmakam, see Mahaganapate, see Hanumate, Gandham Kalpayami Namaha. I offer Chandan. Mahagan Prithvi Atmakam, Prithvi Tattva. And when you do that, what you do also, you're purifying the senses. For Prithvi Tattva, the quality of Prithvi Tattva is scent. Prithvi of water is taste, fire, sight, tactile sense, dhoop, and Akash, sound. Now, I don't want to make it too complicated, but when we do the Mansik Puja, Panchupachar, Mansik Puja, same thing we do. Om Lam Prithvi Atmakam, Mahaganapati, Si Hanumate, Gandham Kalpayami Nama. Om Ham Akash Atmakam, Akash Atmakam, Si Hanumate Nama, Pushpam Kalpayami Nama. I'm doing puja, right? I'm doing Mansik Puja. Om Yam Vayabhya Atmakam, Si Hanumate Nama, Dhupam Kalpayami Nama. Om Ram Vahanya Atmakam, Si Hanumate Nama, Deepam Kalpayami Nama. Om Vam Amrita Atmakam, Si Mahaganapate, Naivedyam, Si Hanumate, Naivedyam Kalpayami Namaha. And then we have one when we do puja, you offer Pan Beva and so on. Om Sam Sarva Atmakam, Si Hanumate Namaha. Tambuladi Sarupacharan Kalpayami Namaha. All your dakshina, whatever else you offer, come into that category. And if you do this part, you know what you do there? Same thing as the other part. When they do that side, the left hand part, it all goes back to awakening the chakras, activating the chakras. The same thing with the right hand part, activating the chakras, but you don't become a victim to it. So devotees, what this means, when Ahi Ravan was king, Makardhwaj, that Makardhwaja, left hand part, blood sacrifice and so on. But now, Ahi Ravan was dead. Makardhwaj installed as king. Same Makardhwaja. But what is happening now? The yogic side, the right hand part. Sri Ram installed that, so you can't fall short. Okay? So some of the people in Trinidad who do all these kind of animal, they don't understand too much what they're doing. They're thinking, Kali need goat, Kali need this, Kali need that, blood. That left hand pathway. You have other parts you have to be careful about. You become a victim to it. You become enslaved by it. So devotees, Hanumanji, notice he is root of it. And with him present, the right hand part is what is emphasized, not the left hand part. We are not condemning the left hand part. Very, very, very few people qualified for the left hand part. There's a statement, if your grandmother dead, if she died, a 2-year-old boy went and sit down in the grandmother's chest and doing job. Anyone who could do that? You start a ball for life. Oh God, Nani dead, Nani, Aji, whoever dead. You're afraid he dead. When you go to this left hand part, you're exposed to death every moment. Those of us who have been to India, Manikarnika Ghat, where they burn people, right? They had the Aghoris here. And you know what they're doing? if you carry dead body to cremate and you don't keep an eye, before you realize it, part of the body gone. They come in to get that human flesh to go and eat it. They put the alcohol in it and to transcend it. Very few could understand that. You expose yourself to it and transcend it. Not most of us, you expose and you become a victim to it. That's why I'm saying don't go down the left-hand path. That's why I don't talk too much about the left-hand path. Because there are some people who feel a great yogis and you become a victim. Don't fall victim. Stick to the path of the yoga, the right-hand path. But this katha tells us very, very clearly about it. And notice his Devi they worship. Devi, left-hand path, transform. You can worship Devi as we did for Nauratam, the positive. Sada as they say. I don't know why they say Sada. When I say Sada, because they mean no blood. Why should bring in that at all? So devotees, all these are points I had to put to people and help us to realize again we are on our own. You choose your pathway, yes? How you go to God, so He comes to you. But I'll end by saying, if that Hanuman inside is strong, disciplined, identify with spirituality. You see the left-hand path, they identify with more power. I should make this point. They have power, but no liberation. The right-hand path, spirituality, brings liberation. Follow closely. A lot of people go that side, left hand, because they want to develop power. They could do things. They could do things, but they become a victim to those things. Okay, devotees? So you see the simple katha? It ain't so simple. Dharam asked me to read this katha a few days ago, so I said, read it tonight for Dharam. I don't know why. You want to offer? You want to do something or what? Right? Okay. So devotees, Hanumanji, let's worship Hanumanji, build the mind, be very, very positive, and let spirituality exist in the mind. Blessings to all. May that Hanumanji be with us. Devotees, I will conclude here. Bole Sri Pavan Put Hanuman ki. We make preparation for the final Havan. And while this being done, devotees, we will glorify Hanuman for the final time now. Not the final time. Final time for tonight. I refer to say the last time. And devotees, this bhajan we sing, I didn't sing it a long time, I've tried to remember it. If I forget it, help me out. If I say Shupinus, say the same Shupinus. Keep saying that.
O jana par kripa karo Hanuman, e jana par kripa karo Hanuman, jana par kripa karo Hanuman. ए राम के द्वारे तुम रखवारे महावीर बलवान, जन पर महावीर बलवान। राम के द्वारे तुम रखवारे महावीर बलवान, जन पर महावीर बलवान। राम लखन कौशल्या जी के जाए, अंजनी के जाए हनुमान, हे जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। हे संकट मोचन नाम तुम्हारो, धरत संतिर ध्यान, जन पर धरत संतिर ध्यान। संकट मोचन नाम तुम्हारो, धरत संतिर ध्यान, जन पर धरत संतिर ध्यान। हाथ में सूता लाल भूता, मुख में नागर पान, हे मुख में राम का नाम, हे जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। हे लक्ष्मण मूर्छित पर धरनी में दियो सजीवन आम, जन पर दियो सजीवन आम। लक्ष्मण मूर्छित पर धरनी में दियो सजीवनान, जन पर दियो सजीवनान। जनक सुता को शोक निवारो, रघुबर सुजस बखान। हे रघुबर सुजस बखान, हे जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। अरे पैकी बता लहे रावण मारो, देवी ने दियो वरदान, जन पर देवी ने वर। ए पैकी बता लहे रावण मारो, देवी ने दियो वरदान, जन पर देवी ने। मकरध्वज के राज तिलक दियो, अपने पुत्र कर जान। हे अपने पुत्र कर जान, हो जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। राम लखन के शोक निवारो, दल मेरे हनुमान, जन पर दल मेरे हनुमान। राम लखन के शोक निवारो, दल मेरे हनुमान, जन पर दल मेरे हनुमान। तुलसीदास पर कृपा कीजिए, भक्त आपनो जान। हे भक्त आपनो जान, हे भक्त आपनो जान। हे जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। हे जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। हे जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। हे जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान, जन पर कृपा। बोले श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। Devotees, we join the grand final Havan. Once 5 more times, Ajit, I'll tell you. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha, Gauri Mata Swaha, Prithvi Mata Swaha, Panchlokpal Devaya Swaha, Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha, Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya Swaha, Om Namah Shivaya Swaha, Suryari Navgraha Devaya Swaha, Brahmagnaye Namah Swaha, Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namah Swaha, Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha, Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Srim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha, Om Sri Ishwari Devi Swaha, Sri Parneshwari Devi Swaha, Shitala Devi Swaha, Mahanyapurna Devi Swaha, Sri Mangala Devi Swaha, Chandi Devi Swaha, Mansa Devi Swaha, Om Hrim Shashti Devi Swaha, Sitara Devi Swaha, Shodasi Devi Swaha, Bhuvaneshwari Devi Swaha, Chanamasta Devi Swaha, Bhairavi Devi Swaha, Dhumavati Devi Swaha, Bagalamukhi Devi Swaha, Matangi Devi Swaha, Kamla Devi Swaha, Hemavati Devi Swaha, Siddheshwari Devi Swaha, Kalyani Devi Swaha, Katyayani Devi Swaha, Aindri Devi Swaha, Agni Rupa Devi Swaha, Varahi Devi Swaha, Khargadharni Devi Swaha, Varuni Devi Swaha, Mrigavahini Devi Swaha, Kaumari Devi Swaha, Shuladharni Devi Swaha, Brahmani Devi Swaha, Vaishnavi Devi Swaha, Sri Tulsi Devi Swaha, Gayatri Devi Swaha, Sri Savitri Devi Swaha, Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Om Sri Hanumate Namah Swaha, Sita Ramachandrai Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Radha Krishnai Namah Swaha, Ishta Devai Swaha, Kul Devai Swaha, Asthan Devai Swaha, Gram Devai Swaha, Itarkaram Pradhan Devai Swaha, 5 times again, Sri Vastu Devai Swaha, 33 crore Devta Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha, Anand Swarupai Brahmane Namah Swaha, Om Sri Guruve Namah Swaha. Wash your hands. Please all stand, devotees.
concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shambhavaya cha Mayubhavaya cha. Namah Sankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha. Shivaya cha Shivkaraya cha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam. Purnata Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnarvam. Do Ashman 3 times. Om Sarva Papa Harang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Ashmanang Chamayadatam Grahetam Purushotamaha Brahm Agnaye Namaha Ashmanam Samarpayami. Bow to the flame 5 times. The devotees will do Hanumanji Arti this evening. So, if you don't know it, but just at part, Arti Kiji Hanuman. You can join in that part. Okay? So, we have Arti. Ajit, you know what to do, right? Yeah. Let's all join together.
आरती कीजे हनुमान लला की आरती कीजे हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कला की जाके बल से गिरिवर कांपे जाके बल से गिरिवर कांपे रोग दोष जाके निकट न झांके अंजनी पुत्र महाबलदाई अंजनी पुत्र महाबलदाई संतन के प्रभु सदा सहाई देवीरा रघुनाथ पठाये देवीर रघुनाथ पठाये लंका जारी सिय सुधिराये लंका सुकोट समुद्र सिखाई लंका सौपूति समुद्र सिखाई जात पवन सुत बाहर न लगी लंका जारी असुर संहारे लंका जारी असुर संहारे सिया राम जी के काज सवारे लक्ष्मण मूर्छित परे सकारे लक्ष्मण मूर्छित परे सकारे लायस जीवन प्राण उपरे पैची पतल तूरी जमकारे पैची पतल तूरी जमकारे अहि रावण की भुज उखाड़ी बाये भुज असुर दल मारे बाये भुजा असुर दल मारे दाहिने भुजा संत जन तरी सुर नर मुनि जन आरती उतारे सुर नर मुनि जन आरती उतारे जय 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 हनुमान जी उचारे कंचन थाल कपूर लाओ छाई कंचन थाल कपूर लाओ छाई आरती करत अंजन मणि जो हनुमान जी की आरती गावे जो हनुमान जी की आरती गावे वसी वैकुंठ परम पद पावे आरती कीजे हनुमान लला की आरती कीजे हनुमान लला की दुष्ट दलन रघुनाथ कलकी आरती कीजे हनुमान आरती कीजे हनुमान आरती devotees, one simple short kirtan that we conclude. Jai 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 Hanuman Baba, Ek Sahara. The only hope that we have, Pavan Putra, we shall end up. Jai 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 Hanuman Baba, Ek Sahara. जय 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 हनुमान बाबा एक सहरा जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय 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 हनुमान बाबा एक सहरा जय हनुमान जय हनुमान ओ जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय 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 हनुमान बाबा एक सहरा एक सहरा तो एक सहरा We conclude our evening's devotions with this. शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु त्रिविधताप निवारण हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं गुरुमीवरं शिव हरे जयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनुहरि ओम आवाहनम न जानामि विसर्जनम पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां कपीश्वर ओम गच्छ गरुड़श्रेष्ठ स्वस्थाने परमेश्वर यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छुतासना ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजय येषामिन्दि वर्षामो हृदयस्तु जनार्दन ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखात् भवेत् मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं कपीश्वर यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्नि स्वस्थाने कुण्डमध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो बोले श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की उमापति महादेव की जय आदिशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की
शुभमस्तु blessings to all kindly be seated devotees
Sitaram, everyone. We'd like to say thank you to all those of you who came out tonight and joined with us in Hanuman Jayanti celebrations, and to those who could not have been here and joined us via our live feed on social media or IETV, thank you as well. To our Paramacharya, Guruji, thank you once again for leading us this evening through devotions, and to Pandit Umadat Maharaj for being here once again and guiding us through our offerings. We wouldn't keep you all very long, but we just wanted to give an urgent reminder to you all about our Veggie Queue coming up on the 1st of May. We still have tickets available, and we really seek your assistance in getting those tickets off and sold. We say thank you to those who would have taken tickets so far. We look forward to, well, you all bringing in the monies now. We also have a list of items that are still needed for the Veggie Queue. So for tickets and to see that listing, you all can check Auntie Kunti or Lisa. We need help in terms of still sourcing those things. And obviously, we would also need assistance on the day before and on the day itself. As many of you know, preparations, the cooking and packaging of the meals will be taking place at Raj's residence, Uncle Raj as some call him. So we would require help from the Thursday evening for the preparation of vegetables, and on the morning itself, I think they're looking to start cooking between 4:30 to 5. So we'll need help to, as they say, turn pots, wash pots, but most importantly, packaging, as distribution will be taking place from the car park across the road. So we want to make sure that we have that as seamless and event-free as possible, to make sure that we have everything in place for people when they come to do collections and stuff like that. So please, your assistance in this venture would be greatly appreciated. You all can check, as I said, Auntie Kunti or Lisa for tickets and have a look at the items that are still needed. Finally, bhojan and prasad has been prepared and can be collected as you all exit. We thank you all once again for all the support, for being here, and we wish you a safe journey back home. Sitaram.
I thank you, Dinesh, and devotees, our stotas this evening, Ajit and his consort, Melissa. So two things. They were married about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 1 month gone already. All right, so 1 month ago marriage, and today is Ajit's birthday. So a round of applause for both of them. Happy birthday. Every year, this day you celebrate your birthday. Some people say April Fool's Day. But you do need writing, you're not a fool. You do need writing. And Melissa, welcome into the family, so to speak, and welcome to Gyan Deepak. And you know, behind every great man there is a greater woman. Whether a man is a failure or success. Yes, so support, and may both of you achieve all the success as you go forward in life. Many blessings, and you know, thanks you for having joined us. But blessings in particular, especially to keep it going. May the journey continue. Ajit, I could tell him how old you are, right? Nah, okay. All right. Blessings. Happy birthday. And all the best. And devotee, let me apologize for keeping you back a little bit. I guess I'll vaps today now. Sunday morning service will continue as usual. Do join us. We have subsequent Sunday morning services. And I don't think we have any satsang in the night, you know, at Gyan Deepak for some time to come yet. So we make up tonight, no? Okay? So devotee, look forward to seeing you Sunday morning. Do join us. Stand up. Jai Sitaram. So devotees, safe journey back home. Not tomorrow is now a school holiday, right? School holiday. And then many of you starting a weekend from tomorrow until next week, Monday. Yeah. Long weekend. Good. Enjoy yourselves.